Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Spring Commencement 2015. Will you please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by Reverend Dennis Schenkel, campus minister at St. Jude Catholic Church and Catholic Student Organization.
Before you were even formed, God knew you. At the moment of your creation, God breathed the divine life into you. Today we celebrate who you have become, and we are filled with hope for who you are yet to be. And so we pray, God without beginning or end, God of our endings and of our beginnings, we thank you for the gift of these graduates, their energy, their curiosity, and their awesome wonder, their open speech, and their encouraging words. Their contributions have blessed and challenged us, and we have become richer. We have become a richer and more diverse community because of them. As they step forward into the world that awaits, comfort their fears with the full knowledge of your divine presence. Strengthen their resolve to live with heroic virtue in a world that needs heroes. Guide their steps as they walk the path that stretches out before them. Protect them from the darkness as they strive to lead others into your marvelous light. In your loving kindness, we ask you to richly bless each of them. For you, God, are great, as always before, so now and evermore. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Schenkel. Please be seated. If you will, please join me in thanking Ms. Delana Easley for our processional and recessional music. Ms. Easley is a lecturer in the Department of Music. Thank you, Delana. Delana performed on a Steinway piano. The University of Tennessee at Martin is proud to be an all-Steinway school, part of an elite group of schools and conservatories around the world who hold that title. Welcome once again to the Spring 2015 Commencement Ceremony. We're very pleased to have parents, friends, faculty, and staff, and of course, today's graduates. I would also like to welcome those who are joining us via the internet, as guests as well in the field house for the ceremony today. Today's graduates represent 61 different Tennessee counties and 18 states, including Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Texas. We also have graduates with us today from the nations of Canada, China, Indonesia, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Slovenia, South Korea, and Thailand. That totals graduates from 9 different countries. To our graduates, good luck to each of you, and be assured that the faculty and staff wish you the very best. Remember that you're soon to be part of an alumni group numbering over 43,000 UT Martin graduates around the world. I also want to specifically acknowledge parents, spouses, and other relatives and friends that are with us today. Your support has been critical. We thank you and invite you to join us for a reception immediately following the conclusion of this ceremony. There's a third group who's been critical to the success of today's graduates. This group is the faculty. I know them as colleagues and dedicated professionals. Today's graduates will remember the faculty for their wisdom and their counsel. Our graduates' successes in life will be impacted by the time and effort of UT Martin faculty. Would our distinguished faculty please stand and let us express our appreciation to you? Thank you. I'm going to recognize a few additional faculty and staff, and I ask that each of you please stand and remain standing when your name is called. I ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Our mace bearer is Dr. Michael Gibson, Professor of Geology. Dr. Gibson is a University of Tennessee Alumni Association Distinguished Professor. Our processional marshals are as follows: Faculty Senate President, Dr. Brian Donovan; Faculty Senate Past President, Dr. Jeff Rogers; Interim Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Ms. Nancy Yarborough; and Vice Chancellor for University Advancement, Mr. Andy Wilson. This year's recipients of the Cunningham Outstanding Teacher Scholar Award are Dr. Arthur Hunt, Associate Professor of Communications, and Dr. Philip Smart, Professor of Natural Resources Management. The recipient of the Outstanding Advisor Award is Ms. Anna Clark, Instructor of English, and two recipients of the UT Alumni Outstanding Teacher Award, Dr. Julie Hill, Associate Professor of Music. Thanks to each of you for your contributions to the University of Tennessee at Martin. You will note in your program the names of retiring faculty members. Joining us today for the ceremony, Dr. Marty Herndon, Professor of Child and Family Studies with 30 years of service; Dr. Sandra Murray, Associate Professor of Education with 9 years of service; Ms. Jenna Wright, Associate Professor of English with 27 years of service. We want to thank you for such service to this institution, and we're grateful for your many contributions. Also with us today is Dr. Joe DiPietro, President of the University of Tennessee. Please join me in thanking Dr. DiPietro for joining us today. He will Later on in the ceremony today, Dr. DiPietro will bring congratulations to the graduates as the degrees are conferred. Other members of the platform party are listed in your program and will be assisting us with the ceremony. I'm now pleased to introduce our special music today. Dr. Jesse Throwman on the horn, accompanied by Ms. Delana Easley on the piano, will perform Nocturno by Franz Strauss. Thank you for the beautiful music, very soothing, in fact. We're delighted this morning to welcome our commencement speaker, Dr. John Barker. Dr. Barker is a native Tennessean, originally from Humboldt. He holds a B.S. summa cum laude in history from UT Martin, a master's in public policy, and a Ph.D. in education and human development from Vanderbilt University. John currently serves as the Chief Accountability Officer for the Chicago Public Schools. Previously, Dr. Barker served as Chief of Staff to the Superintendent of the Memphis City Schools after serving for 5 years as Executive Director, Department of Research, Evaluation, Assessment, and Student Information. He's held positions as Vice President for Advancement and Operations for the Memphis Theological Seminary and held other appointments as an evaluator, Director of Curriculum Development, and other roles for the University of Mississippi Medical Center from 1994 to 2001. Dr. Barker was raised in a family of educators and has been married for 22 years to Catherine and has an 11-year-old daughter, Sophie. He's joined today by his father, Mike. Mr. Barker, would you please stand and let us recognize you? Thank you for joining us today. John is a 1989 graduate of UTM and, as some of you will recall, a character in his own right with a perpetual wit and passion for helping others. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. John Barker, our speaker for the morning.
Good morning. We'll try it again. Good morning. Good morning. I'm excited to be here. Are you excited to be here? Absolutely. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for being here this morning. It is a high honor as one of those 43,000 UT Martin alumni across the country, around the world, who celebrate this place today. And I've got 3 hours of the best material I've got, and I hope you'll bear with me till the end. To the members of the platform party, Chancellor Rakes, especially to Vice Chancellor Ogg, others on the faculty, it is absolutely my pleasure to be here. I'm excited that my dad, who is a UT Martin alum, is here as well, and especially to you candidates for graduation. Candidates, right? There's still time to mess up, right? So don't mess up. Just be with us there. So I offer my absolute thanks for the invitation to join you today, and my congratulations to each of you, all of you, for keeping the rich past, present, and future of UT Martin burning bright. So on my wall in my office in downtown Chicago is a big frame document that reads, "The University of Tennessee, the trustees thereof, on the recommendation of the faculty, have conferred on John Richard Barker the degree of Bachelor of Science with all of the rights, privileges, and honors thereunto appertaining." That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. That degree is hung in all of the offices that I've occupied throughout my career and is one of the first things that goes up when I change offices. I like looking at that degree a lot. It's bigger than the ones I got from Vanderbilt, by the way, and remembering what being at UT Martin was all about and what it meant to me. The late night debates about campus politics, the Chi Omega's parties with my now wife, Kathy, homecoming, all sing, the wonderful professors that would take way, way too long to name this morning, starting an underground newspaper called the 14th Circle, the smell of a spring morning walking across the quad, going to class, hours in the library researching and writing history papers, the pride I felt representing UT Martin at the Rhodes Scholar interviews. The list of my UT Martin memories is endless, and so is yours. That framed piece of paper on the wall is an important symbol, though, and that's what I want to talk about just for a few minutes. It's a sign of what I did at my time here and will be a sign of what you do in your time here as well. Like the ones that you'll receive today, it represents a credential, something to list high on your resume, an achievement that you will remember for a lifetime. So, hang it on the wall. Take your picture with it. Brag about it. Show it off to friends. You earned it. You earned it. And as the old cliche goes, nobody can take it away from you. I will have to admit, though, when Chancellor Rakes called me and said, I want you to listen to me, I was concerned that there might have been that moment where it's like, you're missing one credit from back when. Thankfully, that was not what it was about. Even though that framed degree looks great as a piece of artwork on your office wall or your home wall, the power in the symbol is to help remind you of who you are. That symbol says that you're a champion. You are a warrior. You have the right stuff. You can persevere against long odds, and you can make it where so many gave up. Today and every day hereafter, you can look at it and you can see a symbol of your accomplishment. Now, growing up an hour's drive south of here in Humboldt, I got used to hearing the phrase, remember who you are, because every time I left the house on a Friday night, every time I took a trip with friends, I heard this saying. On Sunday afternoons, after I'd been home to spend the weekend with my parents, I heard it as well. Remember who you are. For you see, that was one of my mom's very favorite sayings in the whole world. My dad's accompaniment to that was, remember who I am. Remember who you are. I heard it. My sister Carol Ann heard it. The algebra and geometry students at Crockett County High School, where she taught, heard it. Remember who you are. It became her favorite phrase because she understood deeply that there will be times in life when you're tempted to take the easy way out. She said it to her students and to me and to my sister, and really to anybody who would listen to her, especially young people, that sometimes we might be tempted to do something that's out of character when no one is watching. And I've got to tell you, with the age of the internet and all of these cameras that are all over everywhere, everyone is watching all the time. Not only will you be judged by your actions and by your Facebook and Twitter and Instagram posts, but your family, your employer, and UT Martin will as well. Remember who you are. When you find that cure for cancer, when you become a renowned lawyer, travel the world, when you protect and serve in law enforcement, or help those in need, or when you serve children in the third largest school district in the United States, people are going to point to you and they're going to say, there is a UT Martin graduate. Remember who you are. Remember as well that you did not reach this day alone. There's an old African saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. How many of us in this room need to thank a special someone or someones who stood with us on this road to an accomplishment? These people around us today. Go ahead, wave at them. You see him up there? See him over there? Anybody want to blow a kiss? You know their names. You know what they've meant to you. They've helped you go along together. What, you guys want to give them a hand? Let's give them a hand. You've gone far not only because of what you brought to this experience, but because who has joined you on your journey. Today is definitely a day to celebrate and be proud of all that you have accomplished, but the journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's far from over. This can't be the end of the road because today is about commencement. Commencement means new beginning. This is a day of new beginnings. So when you take your steps out in just a little while, after graduation, into a post-UT Martin world. Remember who you are and be thankful for all that you have and all of those around you who have done what they can to help you make it. No matter where this life takes you, where you go, know that you've been greatly benefited by the time that you've spent in this place at this time. Graduates, I wish you well. Remember who you are.
Thank you, John, for those timely, brief comments. You honor UT Martin today, our graduates, with your comments. Let's express our thanks one more time to Dr. John Barker. Making today's announcement of the Paul and Martha Meek Leadership Awards is Dr. Margaret Toston, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs.
First awarded in 1970, the Paul and Martha Meek Leadership Award is given to a graduating senior who has demonstrated outstanding qualities in leadership while at the University of Tennessee, Martin. The award was originally established and funded by the 3 Meek children to honor their parents. Would Richard Drury and Myrna Norelli Mendez please come to the stage? The first student to receive the Paul and Martha Meek Leadership Award is Richard Drury, a music major from Smyrna, Tennessee. Richard was elected president of Student Government Association, as well as senator and committee chair of multicultural affairs in student government. He has served as student ambassador to the University of Tennessee Board of Trustees, member of the University Council, and executive director of Diversity Week. Richard has been an active student member of the UT Martin Percussion Society, representing UTM as a music ambassador, and was guest performer in Salvador, Brazil. He was recently named the first recipient of the Andrew Hart Music Service Scholarship. Congratulations, Richard. The second recipient of the Paul and Martha Meek Leadership Award is Myrna Norelli Mendez from McKenzie, Tennessee, a biology major. Norelli has received the Leaders in Residence Scholarship, has served as an officer of the Spanish Club, and is a member of the Mu Epsilon Delta Health Fraternity. She has been active in the American Association of University Women and gives motivational speeches to high school and middle school young ladies. Norelli works in the Office of Campus Recreation, where she has received both the Employee of the Month and Employee of the Year award. Most recently, she was awarded the Beth Malone Outstanding UT Martin Student Employee Award. Congratulations, Norelli.
Congratulations, your reward, your awards, and your energy have served us well, and thank you. I'm pleased to honor these two fine students. Dr. Gerald Ogg, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will now present our honors graduates for recognition.
It is my distinct privilege on behalf of this exceptional faculty to recognize two groups of outstanding students. First, graduating honors students are identified by the gold cords draped about their necks, and they have achieved grade point averages on a 4-point scale within one of the following three categories. Cum laude, 3.2 to 3.49. Would students graduating cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Magna cum laude, 3.5 to 3.79. Would students graduating magna cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Summa cum laude, 3.8 to 4.0. Would students graduating summa cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Graduating university scholars are identified by the gold medallions draped about their necks. Each year, some 15 talented and highly motivated students are accepted into the University Scholars Program, which involves a sequence of courses, mentored research, and other activities. Would our university scholars who are graduating please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Congratulations to each of these outstanding students.
I would also like to recognize another special group of graduates. Would all of our first-generation graduates please stand? If you are the first in your family to graduate with a bachelor's degree, we want to recognize you today along with members of your family. Would you stand, please, family members? Thank you so much. In its 2015 guide to colleges and universities, Military Advanced Education, a journal of higher learning for today's service members, UT Martin was selected as a top school offering best practices and opportunities in military and veteran education. UT Martin was evaluated on its military culture and other criteria, including on-campus support, online support services available to military personnel, earning a top-tier ranking. I'm also pleased to share with you that we're in the process of completing a contract to continue the Army ROTC program here at UTM. Currently enrolls around 80 students. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our graduating students who are military personnel. Would you please stand and let us recognize for your service to our nation? Thank you. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Thank you again. President Joe DiPietro is with us today to bring congratulatory remarks to today's graduates. Dr. DiPietro was elected president of the University of Tennessee by the Board of Trustees in October of 2010. He became the 24th president on January the 1st, 2011. Prior to his appointment, Dr. DiPietro served as chancellor of the University of Tennessee Institute for Agriculture from 2006 to 2010. As chancellor, Dr. DiPietro oversaw UT Extension, Ag Research, the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, and the College of Veterinary Medicine. During his tenure, the Institute began interdisciplinary programs such as the Center for Renewable Carbon, the Tennessee Biofuels Initiative, and the master's degree in landscape architecture. Between 2006 and 2010, external grant support for the Institute of Agriculture increased a whopping 30% annually. A veterinarian by training, he earned his bachelor's, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, and master's degrees from the University of Illinois, Urbana. Before joining UT, Dr. DiPietro served as Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine at the University of Florida from 1997 to 2006. He rose to a tenured professor of veterinary clinical medicine and veterinary pathology at the University of Illinois, Urbana, and held administrative positions there, including Assistant Director of Agriculture Experimentation and Associate Dean for Research for the College of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. DiPietro and his wife Deb live in Knoxville, have 3 children and 8 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Joe DiPietro, President of the University of Tennessee.
So, good morning, and thank you very much, Chancellor. You know, I love commencement, and I go to a lot of commencements, but probably the thing that touches my heart more here today is the first generation students to get this degree. Well done. Well done. And really, no place does that better than UT Martin. Yeah, give yourself a hand, really. And in that way, you serve a very, very special need, and particularly if you look at our state's initiatives, including the Drive to 55 that Governor Haslam has come out with to increase the number of college graduates, we know we have to have more first-time students do what you'll do in just a little while and having your degree confirmed and walk across the stage. I would say to the graduates and their families, obviously, congratulations, well done. I would also tell you, for those of you sitting in those chairs getting ready to have that degree conferred and pick up your diploma and shake hands coming across the stage, don't forget this moment. I look back on my academic career, I don't remember a thing about my commencement as an undergraduate, but I'm sure that Dr. Barker did a much better job, so you'll definitely remember his message than the speaker at my graduation. Remember that you're going through a rite of passage. You're moving from one status to another with the completion of this degree, and that University of Tennessee diploma you hang on the wall, like Dr. Barker mentioned, is an important asset that you've earned and worked hard for and will serve you very, very well in the future and throughout your life. It has a unique quality in the fact that it speaks to the caliber of your training done by the faculty and staff here in Martin, by the moniker and the quality assurance that the University of Tennessee system puts on all of their programs across the state, including those in Chattanooga, Knoxville, Memphis, where we have campuses. I would also tell you that you're joining a very, very special club. While there are 23,000 graduates from the University of Tennessee Martin, across the globe. Collectively at the University of Tennessee system level, we have about 340,000 members of our Alumni Association or alumni. I would also encourage you to keep in contact as an alumnus or alumna. You know, you can measure universities a lot of ways. You can measure them in the quality of the students that attend. You can measure them in the accomplishments that they have after they matriculate through the program. But another key way to evaluate a university is the continued engagement of the alumni in the affairs of the institution. So we hope you'll stay in touch with the University of Tennessee, particularly here at Martin, but also with the system as well. And higher education across the nation has never needed advocacy more than it does today. And so while you had an expectation that we would provide you a quality product and a quality degree as you trained here at UT Martin, we now have an expectation for you to stay engaged and to advocate for the University of Tennessee Martin as part of your relationship and your continued relationship with the institution. Lastly, at that point, normally I would tell you Godspeed and have a great one. But there's a very unique circumstance that occurs today with your commencement that some of you know about, some of you don't, and I want to take a moment of personal privilege to talk about that. So Chancellor Rakes and I were talking before commencement this morning, and this is actually his last commencement as your chancellor, as he's asked me to go back to the faculty and return to his academic roots and get back at teaching, which is a very important part of the mission, obviously. So if you think about this juncture for him, he's headed back to where he came. And that's pretty good sometimes. Sitting in my job, I think about it occasionally, and I love teaching students, and I'm envious in some ways of Chancellor Rakes' return to the faculty. But I want to just give you a smattering of all the good things he's done under his leadership here at UT Martin. He's overseen the completion of over $100 million in capital programs, buildings on this campus. He's created a much stronger presence in West Tennessee through the centers in Parsons, Selmer, Ripley, Jackson. And under his leadership, the centers in Parsons, Ripley, and Selmer were expanded, and the Jackson Center moved to a permanent location in 2011. UT Martin was the first campus to meet its goal in the Campaign for Tennessee and raised more than $57 million by the end. UT Martin reached its highest ever enrollment in 2010 with almost 8,500 students on campus. He grew the online enrollment through a UT Martin-based UT online system. Dr. Rakes has well understood the mission of being an excellent teaching institution which has served a large number of first-generation college students, as we saw earlier this morning. UT Martin is listed for the 9th straight year among America's 100 best college buys, a listing compiled by Institutional Research and Evaluation Incorporated. UT Martin's online MBA ranked number 18 by U.S. News and World Report and in the top 20 in 3 other publications. He has been a strong, strong advocate for UT Martin. I meet with chancellors collectively. He always advocates for what Martin needs, and I can't always give every chancellor what they need or want, but Tom always has provided a rationale that was sound and meaningful and difficult to say no to. So ladies and gentlemen, while we want to congratulate these graduates, I would ask you to give a round of applause to a man who has given his heart and soul to this institution from 2007 to 2015, Chancellor Tom Rakes. Tom, thank you. And now, graduates and families, congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. DiPietro. I don't get surprised often, but you did just now. Thank you so much for your kind comments. At this time, the deans will present members of this year's graduating class for conferral of degrees.
In the College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise as called? Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, please rise. Bachelor of Science in Family and Consumer Sciences, please rise. Bachelor of Science in Geosciences, please rise. Bachelor of Sciences in Natural Resources Management, please rise. I also want to recognize the cadets of the Reserved Officer Training Corps who were commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army earlier this morning. Chancellor Rakes, President DiPietro, the candidates before you have met all requirements for their respective degrees as set by our great faculty. They are ready for their degrees to be conferred. Please be seated.
In the College of Business and Global Affairs, will the following candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts with majors in International Studies and Political Science, and Bachelor of Science with a major in Political Science. Chancellor Rakes and President DiPietro, the candidates before you have met all the requirements for their respective degrees as set forth by the faculty of the College of Business and Global Affairs and are ready for their degrees to be conferred. Please be seated.
In the College of Education, Health, and Behavioral Sciences, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Health and Human Performance, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Social Work, Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies, Bachelor of University Studies, Bachelor of Arts with majors in Psychology and Sociology, and Bachelor of Science with majors in Psychology and Sociology. Chancellor Rakes and President DiPietro, the candidates before you have met all requirements for their respective degrees as set by the faculty and are ready for their degrees to be conferred. Please be seated.
For the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science with major in Biology, Bachelor of Science with major in Chemistry, Bachelor of Science with major in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science with major in Health Science, Bachelor of Science with major in Mathematics, the Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, and the Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Chancellor Rakes and President DiPietro, The candidates standing before you have met all the requirements for their respective degrees as set by the departments in the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences and are ready to have their degrees conferred. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the following degrees in the College of Humanities and Fine Arts please rise? Bachelor of Arts with majors in Communication, English, History, Philosophy, and Spanish. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Arts in Music. And Bachelor of Science with majors in Communication and History. Chancellor Rakes and Dr. DiPietro, the candidates before you have met all the requirements for the respective degrees as set by our outstanding faculty and are ready for their degrees to be conferred. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the following graduate degrees please rise? Master of Science in Agriculture and Natural Resources. Master of Science in Family and Consumer Sciences. Master of Business Administration. And Master of Science in Education. Chancellor Rakes, President DiPietro, the candidates before you have met all the requirements for their respective master's degrees as set by the graduate faculty and are ready to have their degrees conferred. Please be seated.
Before conferral of degrees, I would ask the following groups to please stand. Moms and dads of the graduates, spouses, children of the graduates, if you would please stand. Grandparents, guardians, brothers and sisters, family members, and friends. Candidates, would you please stand and remain standing? Our candidates, please. If you would, please, let's give these fine folks a round of applause. Yourself. Students, please remain standing. Dr. DiPietro, I'll now turn the podium over to you for conferral of degrees. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Chancellor. To the graduates, by virtue of the authority of the state of Tennessee vested in the Board of Trustees of the University of Tennessee and by them delegated to me, it gives me great pleasure to confer upon you the respective degrees for which you have been recommended. Congratulations to each of you on this special day in your life. You now may be seated. Congratulations, well done.
At this time, members of the graduation, our class, will be recognized individually. Announcing the names today are Dr. Robert Nanny, Professor and Chair of Communications, and Dr. Richard Robinson, Associate Professor of Communications.
From the College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, Daniel Scott Anderson, Jr. Brandon Tyler Allen. Macy Rose Alloway. Lauren Rochelle Barkley. Thomas G. Bell. Lauren Brittany Bennett. Urzi Christine Bokey. Seth Perry Burrows, magna cum laude. Clay Robert Brewer. Chelsea Jordan Brock. Sherry Burns. Caitlin N. Butler, summa cum laude. Turner Adam Cagle. Lauren Elizabeth Kane, magna cum laude. Landon Cole Coates. Crystal Megan Clymer, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Leanne Cook, cum laude. Hayden D. Combs. Cody Joe Curlin. Jeffrey Ryan Daniel. Sheila S. Daniel, magna cum laude. Megan Alicia Elston. Jacob Aaron Everett, cum laude. Jamie Rose Franks, cum laude. Danielle Renee Fuller, magna cum laude. Derek Hoyt Giffen, summa cum laude. Mary Catherine Glover. Martha Ruth Griffin, magna cum laude. Robert Thompson Holman. Emily R. Johnston. John Brian Kelly. Lauren Hunter Larson. Zachary Stephen Little, cum laude. Gina Marie Locke, summa cum laude. William Zachary Long, cum laude. Seth William Mayoza. Clinton James Murby. Sean Todd Murphy. Keaton N. Paul. Kaylee Beth Penick, summa cum laude. Tanner L. Phipps, cum laude. Zachary Steele Ragland, magna cum laude, university scholar. Richard L. Rhodes. James Travis Ring, cum laude. Crystal Michelle Roach. Devin Michelle Sabaski. Catherine Annabelle Sanders, magna cum laude. Clinton Marshall Scobie. Catherine Ann Slifko. Matthew Dalton Smith. Brandon P. Stewart. Jacob Christopher Stoltz, summa cum laude. Holly Shea Threet, cum laude. Lindsay Morgan Turner. Jacqueline Michelle Vaughn, cum laude. Dana L. Vermillion. William Patrick Warner. Seth Wesley Waterfield. Erica Danielle White. Catherine Marie Woody, cum laude. Rebecca Sean Camaliani Frio, cum laude. Shelley Lynn Jones, cum laude. Kevin Lekey Kimball, Jr. Aries Aikisha Lewis. Chelsea M. Athene, cum laude. Miranda Lane Pascu, cum laude. Brianna Halen Pitcher, magna cum laude. Leniqua Sierra Puckett, cum laude. Bua Rojani. Elizabeth Sanders, magna cum laude. Emily Nicole Strasser. Heather Nicole Tillman. Allison N. Wimpy, summa cum laude. Abby Lauren Williams, magna cum laude. Krista Brooke Wood, cum laude. Amber Lisa Woodruff. Jordan Paul Cherry. Zachary Thomas Simpson Daniel. Caleb Allen Duke. Barry Kyle Flippin. Christopher Blake Fulcher. Tell M. Glenn. Nathan A. Green. Cody A. Johnston. Robert Lane Mullins. Larson Alexander Petty, cum laude. Mark Lindsay Skelton. Jacob Matthew Stolley. Hunter Wesley Walton. John David Williams. Brant Michael Gibson, summa cum laude. David Wayne Crum. Second Lieutenant Joseph W. Barber. Hannah Lee Walsmith. Nisa Jewel Lomax, magna cum laude. William Quincy Abrams, magna cum laude. Graduating in the College of Business and Global Affairs, Mohammed Al-Qadam. Salih Asquan. Haley Dawn Allen. Kristen Lynn Allen. Todd J. Allison, cum laude. Moath Ibrahim Almajel. Hussein Al-Musaid. Abdurrahman Al-Nami. Ahmed Al-Tamimi. Zaid Al-Utaibi. Nawaf Al-Utaibi. Ali Mohammed Al-Khalaf. Moel Al-Thanoon. Misheri Al-Turki. Andrea Taylor Argos, summa cum laude. Patricia Latrice Avery. Michelle Abdullah Balamar. Nawaf Balmer, cum laude. Joseph Earl Barefoot, summa cum laude. Abigail Lee Bingham, magna cum laude. Dustin L. Burrows, summa cum laude. Corey Andrew Brandstetter, cum laude. Drew F. Brown. Brian E. Burks, magna cum laude. Jessica Lee Campbell, summa cum laude. Stephen Edward Coleman. Wilson Chandler Kroom. Shelby Claire Crosland, magna cum laude. Anita Jean-Pierre Davis, cum laude. Jessica Marcia Drake. Ronnie R. Elkins. Ryan Curtis Ellison, cum laude. Cynthia Needham Farah. Leah Jordan Gailey, magna cum laude. Zachary T. Garner. Charles Blake Harper, magna cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Annette Hawley, cum laude. What do you want the Bible? Martavius Bubba Henderson. Jonathan Chavez Hewlett, cum laude, university scholar. Danielle Prabin Hilt. Cody A. Hodge. Meredith Nicole Jaggers, magna cum laude. Tyler Neblett Jones, magna cum laude. Jessica Marie King. Mariah Adrienne Klink. Andrew L. Larkins. Lauren Ashley Mabry, summa cum laude. Taylor Jane Mansfield, cum laude. Abdullah Maskeen. Ryan D. Mathis. Hunter Stephen McCaslin. Charles S. McClellan, summa cum laude. Meredith Holly Mize, magna cum laude. Matthew Woodward Murphy, cum laude. Elias Nazi. Florence Nicole. Sean L. Palfy, magna cum laude. Alexander Wayne Parchman, cum laude. Tanya Annette Paris, cum laude. Kelly Danielle Pence. Garrett Michael Rackley, summa cum laude. Jackson William Roberts, magna cum laude. Shiloh Autumn Deanna Robertson, cum laude. Rachel Buchanan Robinson, magna cum laude. Riley Christine Rowland. David Keith Royster, cum laude. Stephen M. Scotia. Amanda Lauren Stipe, magna cum laude. Trevor G. Spann, cum laude. Matthew Gregory Spraggins. Young Sun, cum laude. Jonathan Keith Walters. Jordan Trey Whitby. Corey Seth White, cum laude. Cody Lee Worley, magna cum laude. Estelle Marie Wright, cum laude. Jade Austin Younger, cum laude. Lieutenant Thomas Cole Champion. Cassie Marie Hood, magna cum laude. Esaias N. McKinney, cum laude. Katie Elise Nichols. Sarah E. Palmer, cum laude. Jessica E. Stevens, cum laude. Dustin Jerome Lutz. Dana Elizabeth Maurizio, magna cum laude. Andrew George Oliver, cum laude. Kelly Ann Parks, magna cum laude. Cassandra Nicole Rogers, magna cum laude. Matthew Ray Wright, magna cum laude.
Graduating in the College of Education, Health, and Behavioral Sciences, Michaela Rose Alfano Webb, cum laude. Jennifer Joe Anderson. Jacob Matthew Armstrong. Brooklyn Jashray Black. Samantha Page Clark, magna cum laude. Mary Alexandra Clayton, summa cum laude. Brianna Dubriel. Jason Ross Dudley. Sarah A. Galbraith, cum laude. Samantha Dawn Henson. Leslie William Howard. Jesse Taylor McMahon, magna cum laude. Robert Emmanuel Normant. Casey Nicole Robbins. Noah Kyle Shepard. Tara Pauletta Thacker. Emmanuel Umuni Ufu. Allison L. Adcock, magna cum laude. Kimberly Dawn Archie, cum laude. Cody Allen Austin. Kristen Lenora Axline. Tara Jean Bragg, cum laude. Kiyoshi S. Brigance, magna cum laude. Luz Esther Carroll, magna cum laude. Nicole Lee Cheek, summa cum laude. Alyssa Michelle Connor, cum laude. Sherry D. Crow. Lauren Elizabeth Duke, cum laude. Tara Elise Evans, cum laude. Olivia Ashton Gaines, summa cum laude. Elise Marie Giels. Krista Lauren Grizzard, cum laude. Elizabeth T. Hardy. James Kendrick Harden, magna cum laude. Genevieve Nicole Harmon, magna cum laude. Megan Lynn Hickman, magna cum laude. Douglas Gavin Hollinsworth. Brandy S. Mitchell Horton, cum laude. Mary Patience Gerolds, magna cum laude. Christopher Ray Johns, magna cum laude. Julie Ann Johnson, magna cum laude. Victoria Danielle Jones, cum laude. Julie Michelle Kelly, cum laude. Eric Christopher Kennedy. Morgan Elizabeth Kinchin, cum laude. Morgan Ashley King. Sherry May Langford, summa cum laude. Catherine May Lee, cum laude. Jeannie Tanel Luttrell, magna cum laude. Rachel Nicole McBroom, magna cum laude. Kelly Nicole McNeil, magna cum laude. Wendy Ann Mills, cum laude. Caitlin Brooke Pascal, cum laude. Courtney Grace Pearson, cum laude. Kelsey Lynn Peters. Michelle Ann Richmond. Jenny Lynn Roper, summa cum laude. Casey Joyce Russell. Teresa Ann Smith, magna cum laude. Larson Nicole Stacy, cum laude. Tammy Jo Amanda Swearingen, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Zopinski. Amber Taylor Roach. Heather Nicole Torrance. Taylor Elaine Wade, magna cum laude. Emily Claire Watts. Sarah Bond Weiss, summa cum laude. Chastity Ann Williams, magna cum laude. Marlee Dakota Williams, cum laude. Victoria Nicole Young, Ashley Renee Baker, Katie Elizabeth Brock, Caitlin Ashley Bird, Cal Doyle Crenshaw, Caitlin Farrell Davidson, cum laude, Abby Lynn Davis, Leandria Renee Davis, Amy Marguerite Dodd, Kayla Michelle Eason, Kelsey Taylor Head, Hunter Lee Lampley, Kayla Rochelle Long, Julie Michelle Marshall, Madison Carlee Moody, magna cum laude, Caitlin Cheyenne Moore, cum laude, Sarah Ann Olds, Sabrina Ann Osborne, Ashley Nicole Porter, Jeannie M. Prince, Brett Brittany Pugh, Jacqueline Marie Scott, Paige Amber Shepard, cum laude, Samantha Jo Simpson, Ashley Nicole Thetford, Bonnie Eaton Thomas, Terry L. Thompson, magna cum laude, Brittany E. Walker, Felicia Dawn Wood, Rebecca Lynn Wright, Elizabeth Caree Beasley, Brittany Nicole Chandler, Melanie Chase, Brandy Henning Crawford, Bethany Carol Crockett, Mary Ruth Crockett, Holly L. Dunnigan, cum laude, Katie Flynn, Mary Catherine Haynes, Sharon Adriana Goolsby, cum laude, Demetria Lachelle Harding, cum laude, Carissa Ryan Keating, magna cum laude, Audrey Lynn Lamb, Karina Danielle Larkins, magna cum laude, Tamika Danielle McKinney, Tessa Elizabeth Rickman, Caleb C. Sherman, Angela Patricia Tamayo, Melissa Morgan Williams, cum laude, Michael Eric Jackson, Jr., Matthew A. W. Axline, Kristen E. Baird, cum laude, Jacob D. Barnes, Dylan William Brown, cum laude, Natasha Brooke Bergemeyer, Robert Travis Campbell, cum laude, Abby Nicole Carter, cum laude, Christopher Allen Cisak, cum laude, Chelsea Ray Chandler, magna cum laude, Brittany Elizabeth Collins, Brooke Shamia Crisp, Marvin Chandler Kroom, Christian Taylor Cunningham, cum laude, Alyssa Marie Curtis, magna cum laude, Destiny Diane Davis, Allison Grace Deal, cum laude, Lucas Cameron Denton, Shelby Nicole Dial, Jackson R. Donnell, cum laude, Brittany Joe Dowdell, Caitlin Michelle Downing, cum laude, Devin Michael Earhart, magna cum laude. Melissa Erturk. Kira T. Gant. Trenton C. Garland, magna cum laude. Chelsea Brooke Hall, magna cum laude. Allie N. Hargrove, cum laude. Douglas Grant Hundrup, cum laude. Melissa Alexandra Johnson, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Keaton, cum laude. Katerina Kucherenko. Zachary Neil Lankford, summa cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Maximowitz, summa cum laude. Abby Tez McDaniel, summa cum laude. Clay Weston McKinney. Mary Catherine McNatt, magna cum laude. James Christopher Mills. Whitney Nicole Moody, magna cum laude. Alexandra Catherine Mulvaney. Jared Christopher Neal, magna cum laude. Preston Kane Pig. Kristen Nicole Reagan. Shalia D. Ratliff. Amber Nicole Roark, summa cum laude. Kiosha Simone Sales. Abiose C. Sanvi. Julie Elizabeth Simpkins, magna cum laude. Mallory Ann Simpson, magna cum laude. Shelley K. Simpson, cum laude. Taylor Ann Skelton, magna cum laude. Sarah K. Sutton, magna cum laude. Kinsey S. Tate, magna cum laude. Christian Ryan Taylor. Riley Danielle Taylor, summa cum laude. Rico Antonio Thomas, cum laude. Taylor Madison Turner. Charisma Dione Tyson. Ann Marissa Waller. Lacardia Walker. Ethan Andrew Williams. Rachel Ann Williams, summa cum laude. Janice Danielle Alexander. Courtney Michelle Austin. Joseph W. Barker. Devontae La Albert Barnett. Courtney Louise Bell. Miranda Elizabeth Cameron. Leon Carlton III. Christiana Marie Childress, cum laude. Christy L. Searing Cook, magna cum laude. Bridget A. Gullett. Curly L. Harris. Delissa Nicole Hathorn. Jonathan Matt Hicks. Ashley Ann Hollingsworth, summa cum laude. Donna K. Howerton, cum laude. Regina Mae Jackson. Rebecca Barrington Jones. Robin Chelsea Kiesler, summa cum laude. Jack Collins Kitaf. James Colt Kitaf. Julie D. Lawson. Athena Bynum Martin. Jeffrey D. Mitchell. Aaron Steelman Newsom. Jessica Rainey Parks, magna cum laude. Tyreek T. Patrick. Richard Thomas Payne. Jessica Marie Phillips. Lanita Fowler Pierce. Taritha Danielle Reed. Jasmine D. Reese. Second Lieutenant Corey N. Riley. Josiah Thomas Roberts. Penny Lee Santiago. Madison Mackenzie Scott. Jesse L. Settles. Elisa J. Smith, magna cum laude. Cornelia Catrice Stewart. Anthony Marcus Tops. Ashley Phillips Vance. Rebecca Carol Walton. Amanda Carol Worf Miller, magna cum laude. Stephanie Misha Wilson. Marlene Grandberry, magna cum laude. Cynthia L. Holland Pete. All right. Here we go. Linda Ruth Swafford. Rachel Cheyenne Bunce, cum laude. Greer Bell Crocker, summa cum laude. Whitley Ann Forrester. Braylon Grant Gillespie, cum laude. Courtney Diane Jordan. Hunter Alexander Lindbergh, summa cum laude, university scholar. Amanda Jean Matthews. Lauren Hope Neighbors. Ryan C. Roark. Ashley M. Wyndham. Tiffany Alley. Eric George Bardes, magna cum laude. Rebecca J. Clayton, cum laude. Hannah Marie Cooper. Winicia L. Daly. Kayla Ann Green. Dominique Shanta Holt, cum laude. Lindsay Jackson. Jenna Kang, cum laude. Kyle R. Marek, cum laude. Amanda D. Presley. Charmel A. Trice.
From the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences, Yungjang Zhang. Abdulaziz Al-Kwaltani. Megan Louise Baker. Jade Mariah Brown. Britton Milner Bug, magna cum laude. Keaton McQuaid Burney, cum laude. Tesla Amber Bernine. Justin A. Burns. Caitlin R. Bird, cum laude. Ryan Wesley Clark, summa cum laude. Chantrell Aisha Clay, cum laude. Joel Thomas Conway, magna cum laude. Robert L. Dieso III, magna cum laude, university scholar. Holly Nicole Elgin. Brianna J. Victoria Rachel Foffs, magna cum laude. Jessica Ashley Frias de Silva, summa cum laude. Stephanie Ray Gorley. Morgan Danae Gray, summa cum laude. Kristen Ann Harris, cum laude. Gina Louise Hicks. Kelsey L. Hudson, magna cum laude. Carly Angelia Jackson Carney, cum laude. Matthew Ryan Keithley, magna cum laude. Christy Lachey Lee, summa cum laude. Sydney Elaine McClure, cum laude. Heath Allen McLean, magna cum laude. Myrna Norelli Mendez. Laura Catherine Miller, summa cum laude, university scholar. Russell Garrett Mills. Bradley James Moss. Rachel E. Mowbray, cum laude. Tori K. Odell, cum laude. Teresa Elizabeth Ong, cum laude. Samil Vasudev Patel, summa cum laude. Kenisha N. Pendleton, cum laude. Felicia Marie Phipps, magna cum laude. Kristen Alexandria Reed. Haley Joe Rigsby. Alicia Nicole Rinks, cum laude. Lauren Danae Rinks. Amber Fawn Simmons, magna cum laude. Adrian Patrice Smith, magna cum laude. Chapel Shea Smith, magna cum laude. Lauren Page Schneider. Michael Blake Snyder. Sean Tyler Stevens. Joshua Gareth Stonecipher. Heather Marie Vakovsky, magna cum laude. Charles Price Whitnell. Jessica Lee Williams. John Michael Wilson, summa cum laude. Joseph William Zitnyar, magna cum laude. Graduating in the College of Humanities and Fine Arts, Brittany Chanelli Miskinman. Gabriel T. Arroyo, cum laude. Haley Anne-Marie Austin. Hannah Rose Baker, magna cum laude. Jacinda Marie Broughton. Sarah N. Christopher, summa cum laude. Patty Lorraine Couples, summa cum laude. Samuel Charles Curtis. Joshua D. Covington. Jamisha K. Gladney, summa cum laude. Andrea Kelly Glover, cum laude. Camille Frenchelle Hall. James Rocky Holland, summa cum laude. Jesse Kowaleski. Ashley Nicole Marshall, cum laude. Krista Noel McCrory. Sarah Elizabeth Malky, magna cum laude. Riley E. Rich, summa cum laude, university scholar. Brooke Rubel. Sheila Faye Scott, magna cum laude. Jeremy J. Smith. Megan Marie Smith, magna cum laude. Joshua C. Terry, cum laude. Brian O'Neill Thomas. Matthew Blake Wolf, magna cum laude. Nicholas Zick. Lauren Chantel Barnes. Aaron Ray Burks. Jesse W. Capps, cum laude. Whitney Rachel Connor, magna cum laude. Mary Catherine Day. Larry Zachariah Dixon, summa cum laude. Marcelette Lachelle Dockery. Kendall Brooke Fowler, cum laude. Haley Ann Hearn, magna cum laude. Shannon E. Jester, magna cum laude. Joshua G. Massey. Michael Reese May. Carmen Brianna Norfleet, cum laude. Melanie R. O'Neill. Rachel V. Parsons. Haley N. Petty. Shayla Janae Sanders. Christian Andrew Sprague, cum laude. Mary Alice Straley, magna cum laude. Abby Lauren Taylor, cum laude. Megan Elise Tyrell, cum laude. Ernest Christian Van. Kayla Jean Warden, cum laude. Jennifer A. Weber, magna cum laude. Casey Trotter Williams, cum laude. Natalie Ray Wisher, cum laude. Zachary J. Barker, cum laude. Richard Morgan Drury, summa cum laude. Robert Ezra Elam. Noah Kit Friedman, summa cum laude. Rachel Celia Holloway, cum laude. Jennifer Christine Holtz, magna cum laude. Joshua Ryan Spalding, cum laude. Jordan Thomas Jensen, cum laude, university scholar. Mark Stephen Maloney, Jr., summa cum laude. Second Lieutenant Alan Jordan Perry. Corey Stevens Sandifer, magna cum laude. Blake Patrick Stevens, cum laude. This is more from the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences. William Paul Woodard III, magna cum laude. Charles Eric Wilson. Alex Matthew Taylor, summa cum laude. Margaret Elizabeth Miller. Jacob Lee Miller, magna cum laude. Samantha Jordan McClure, summa cum laude. Bradley Wayne Jones. Eric Dale Ivy. Ryan Everett Gwynn. Lindsay M. Feigl, summa cum laude, university scholars. Nathan Andrew Couch, magna cum laude. James Corey Bullard. Steve Leroy Brazil. Colin Drew Bennett. Second Lieutenant Jason L. Binney, cum laude. Adele Al-Nadi. Mustafa Al-Hal. Eli Glenn Anderson. Angelica Simone Gunn. Now graduating with master's degrees as denoted by their hoods, Kimberly Boswell White, Maxwell Kent Guerin, Tumnam Saranathawana, Stacy Jean Williams, Rebecca Carol Surratt, Veronica Michelle Walton, Kane Tyler Fitzgerald Reeves, Jennifer Barrett, Virginia Rose Hughes, Ashley K. Farmer, Austin Arthur Fritz, Misty Autry Lewis, Patty Devola McEwen, Jason Allen Rockwell, Jessica Michelle Watts, and Erin Elizabeth Wyatt.
Again, to our graduates, you're joining over 43,000 UT Martin graduates around the world. One more round of applause. Well done. Thank you, graduates. I really just have two requests for you. Number one, you've heard about before from President DiPietro. We want you to really keep in touch with us. Education's the key to your future. You got a big piece of it today, acknowledged. Help bring this to some other people. Send us some more good students just like you. And I also invite you to be positive and supportive of higher education. That's one of the hallmarks of this nation. It doesn't happen automatically. In the state of Tennessee, we need your help. We've had a good year this year. Support higher ed. That makes a big difference to a lot of us. Education's not just what we receive, but what we achieve. This is my final opportunity to preside over commencement at UT Martin. Today marks my 112th commencement. Not all standing up here, but that's a number, and the robe is held up pretty well, too. I'm honored and blessed to have served as chancellor here, and I appreciate the opportunity to interact with so many of the students, our special faculty. I look forward to being where you are, the next graduation, our community stakeholders and the parents and the people that have really supported us. The President also mentioned alumni. That's a big key for what happens on this campus to make it so special. Dr. DiPietro, I feel privileged to have served under your leadership, and I need to publicly acknowledge that appreciation and the ongoing support you've provided this campus and continue to do so, and for the statewide impact of the University of Tennessee. As we close the ceremony, I invite each of you to join us for the reception in the field house. It's adjacent as you head out. There's a walkway to get to the field house. We'd love to see you there, spend some time with you, and enjoy some refreshments, take some pictures. There'll be people there from the various colleges as well, maybe some of your professors. Right now, Dr. Amy Young, professor of music, will lead us in singing the UT Martin Alma Mater, which is printed in your program. Please stand and remain standing until the platform participants and members of the faculty have departed.
forget. Play